Hello YouTube, Ivy here, now with a World of Tank video. What I want to discuss in this video is essentially that I really do enjoy seeing live action, well not live action, live service games such as World of Tanks evolving over time. Right now what I've been hearing is that World of Tanks is in a bad state and they're trying their best to keep the game relevant. But surprisingly, since I recently came back to War of Tanks, it's over 15 years old at this moment. And I've been playing this game for a very long time. As a matter of fact, I think I played this game like around, s- I want to say like when in my final year of high school, but definitely after I graduated high school, I got very obsessed with War of Tanks. And me almost, well, I'm an old guy, but not gonna say my age in this YouTube video, but I've been playing War of Tanks for a very long time. That's all I gotta say. And I clearly remember its golden years, especially when War of Tanks was featured in a football Super Bowl event. So I kind of find that funny. But War of Tanks at one point was very popular, and people really do enjoy this game. Of course, this game is not realistic if you compare it to War Thunder, but this game was fun regardless. And because it was fun, you could say Wargaming, they were making some bizarre tanks, and it actually it was like a good excuse to make bizarre tanks, and it sold very well, especially when it comes to premium tanks. And me, I'll confess, guys, I spent a lot of money on this game over the years because I really did enjoy this game. This game, to me, it was very fun. And I think this will be a common theme that I will keep saying throughout my YouTube channel, that if a video game is not fun, then there's no then it's not like worth the time investing in. But if the game is fun, aside from time, it will also be money worth investing. And me, I invested time and money on water tanks. I will confess though, it took me a very long time to finally unlock my tier 10 hit tank. And when I finally did, I felt like complete. But at the same time, I took a very long break from roller tanks, so it's been like almost, I want to say 4 years since I played War Tanks. Almost 4 years. But yeah, it took like a very long break. And just recently, as of me making this video, I just barely got on a War Tanks. And here in this footage that you see here, they made a brand new game mode. And it's basically PvE. And I can admit, recently I've been enjoying PvE games. And reason why I've been enjoying PvE games is because it gives you this fantasy that you, as the player, you're overpowered, but at the same time, it feels a little bit fair, and at the same time, there's no what's the best word I could say this? It gives you an excuse to feel overpowered without, you know, giving you penalties. If that makes any sense, like what I'm trying to say is that PvE, by the name PvE itself suggests, you're basically a player playing alongside with other players, and you, as the player, you get to fight AI bots, AI enemy, and the game usually makes you overpowered. It gives you this overpowered fantasy, and while the game is still hard, while the game in the game you could still lose, the game itself, it could give you a little excuse for you as the player to be overpowered, and there's no penalties for that. There's no, matchmaking penalties for that. When it comes to PvP, it's very important for the game to be balanced. For you as a player finding another player, there has to be some type of, you know, some kind of advantage on both sides where you guys could take advantage of. But at the same time, it has to be balanced where it could be fun and fair. But in PvE, you kind of could get away with the excuse of you as a player being overpowered because you are fighting against AI non-player. Basically, computer programming enemies. And me personally, I like this. I like this a lot. So I see a lot of potential in this PvE mode, and it's pretty fun. And this tank that you see right here, it's a French heavy tank, which I'll discuss it more in detail in later video because there's something else I want to discuss regarding to video games in general, not just water tanks, but in general video games. But this tank that you see right here is the Liberté tank. I rather I rather get the tank by default, not the premium edition where it has the fancy France flag paint. And I'll tell you a little bit more later. But this tank, when it first came out, it was destroying the meme narrative of French in general. Because war tanks, like I said, it's an old game. It's over 15 years old at this point. When water tanks first came out, it had America, Russia, France, Britain, and I think China. But well, yeah, it had China for a while, but at that time China was like a brand new tech tree. But what I clearly remember at the time, French, it was kind of like a meme country in water tanks because all of its tanks were basically fast, autoloaders, and most importantly, very weak paper thin armor. Like their tanks were made out of cardboard armor, so anyone could like penetrate their, hull, their basically any features that the tank has could be easily damaged. And for a while, the tank was, or France was a meme in the water tanks community. But when this tank Liberté came out, it came out with the intention of fighting against this narrative and being what I like to say unorthodox, or fighting against the bad generalization of France. So this tank was a true heavy tank, and it really was. It was very tanky. Its frontal armor is fantastic. Its weakness is very obvious, like very standardized of a heavy tank, which is the sides are usually very weak, and especially in the back. The back is super weak and super vulnerable to modular damage. But nevertheless, its frontal armor fantastic. Its gun fantastic. It has high ammo capacity, which allows you to potentially carry the game if you're very good at the game. And of course, its gun, it has fantastic penetration and fantastic damage, like a true heavy tank should be. So you could say Liberté was a true heavy tank, but it was a premium tank, so it had special status. And it lets you grind the new French heavy line very easily, because at that time when this tank came out, it also came out with a brand new French tech tree, and then brand new French tech tree were basically true heavy tanks. So I got this tank in the intention of grinding the new tech tree, because I really do like French for some reason, and I do like their tanks, so I want to start grinding their French heavy tank. But if you guys curious what nation I main, I mostly main America, and my first tier 10 tank was literally an American heavy tank. It's the T57. I'll feature it in a different video. But what I want to discuss in this video is essentially that PvE and water tanks in general, they're adapting and they're trying their best to evolve and trying their best to stay relevant, and this is something I love seeing in video games. This game mode that I'm playing, it's very fun. I'm not gonna lie, it's very fun, but I wish they invest more into it, and I wish to see more, best way I could say it, evolution. Like I want to see this can improve over time. Well guys, I'm gonna end this video here because I feel like I ranted over well, I ranted over 9 minutes, so I'm trying my best to keep the time a little crunch. But thank you guys for listening, and I hope you enjoy my content. Please like and subscribe, and leave a comment down in the section below. And enjoy your weekend, guys. Goodbye.